Once, in a city where towers leaned into clouds and the streets curled like clock springs, there lived an old man named Thorn who was known throughout the land as the master clockmaker. His clocks were not mere instruments for telling time. They whispered lullabies to babies, hummed memories to lovers, and ticked gentle truths to the old. His little shop sat nestled at the edge of the city's oldest district, and though its windows were fogged with years, people said magic lived inside. But this story is not about Thorn. This story is about his daughter, Leora. Leora was unlike anyone the city had known. From a young age she could hear time. Not just the ticking of clocks, but the way hours moved through people. She could hear the soft breath of a morning being born, the nervous fidget of a minute waiting to be used, the slow exhale of an hour fulfilled. Thorn loved his daughter fiercely, but he was afraid. The older he became, the more obsessed he grew with protecting time, measuring it, mastering it, containing it within gears and springs. He taught Leora everything about building clocks, but he warned her never to trust what couldn't be caged. Time is a river, he said, but clocks are the banks. Without them, we are lost. But Leora was not afraid of being lost. She was afraid of forgetting. One morning, Thorn did not wake. The bells of the city told a single note that echoed through alleyways and rooftops. People came from all corners to pay their respects. They laid watches and sundials at his doorstep. But Leora did not weep. She sat in silence for 7 days and 7 nights. And on the 8th day, she did something no one expected. She closed the shop. Then she vanished. Leora wandered the land, following the sound of time itself. She walked through forests where seasons pulsed like breathing. She sat by rivers that shimmered with memory. In a village where no clocks existed, she taught people to feel time in the growth of their children and the curve of their laughter. She learned that some places moved faster, some slower, and some rare and sacred, stood entirely still. In one such place, high in the northern mountains, she met an old woman weaving cloth made of starlight. Each thread is a second, the woman said. Wasted or treasured. All of them become part of your story. Leora helped her weave for 3 months. Then she moved on. In the southern deserts, she sat with a boy who claimed he could see the future but not the present. He drew pictures of cities made of glass and sky, but never remembered his own name. Leora taught him to feel the warmth of sand, the taste of water, the weight of breath. For the first time, the boy smiled without knowing why. Time, she realized, was not something to master. It was something to meet. After years of travel, Leora returned to the city. The shop was still there, its windows dustier than ever. The clocks inside had all stopped. But the people remembered her. She reopened the shop, not to repair time but to release it. Each visitor brought a story, not a timepiece. A woman grieving her mother. A boy afraid of growing old. A painter who had lost his inspiration. Leora listened to them all. And then, with soft hands and closed eyes, she built them clocks. But these clocks did not tell time. They whispered reminders. They glowed when a memory returned. They chimed when a heart needed rest. Some sped up when joy arrived. Some slowed down when fear appeared. None of them ticked the same. People began calling them soul clocks. And the city changed. Appointments still mattered, but so did sunsets. Schedules still existed, but so did slow dances in the kitchen and long walks to nowhere. People began to feel time, not just chase it. One day, a young girl came into the shop. She wore a satchel filled with broken watches and a face filled with wonder. "I want to hear time like you," she said. Leora smiled. You already do. You just haven't slowed down enough to notice. And she handed the girl a small golden clock. It had no hands. Just a mirror in its center. Leora lived many more years, quietly crafting and listening. They say that on the day she left, all the clocks in the city paused for a single heartbeat. And in that silence, everyone felt her gift. Not more time, but deeper time. And in every corner of the world, people still speak of the clockmaker's daughter. Not because she kept time running, but because she reminded them how to live inside it.